Throughout our travels, we constantly made notes on what we saw and what we liked. And for our videotapes, we conducted and filmed dozens of tests of boats and marine products, and we really learned what worked well and what didn't work so well.
Over the years, we've been dreaming and planning for when we'll be off on our own cruise, and now we're ready to go. In selecting the gear and outfitting this cruising boat, we found we've been answering a question most often asked by our viewers. What would you select if it was for your own boat? Well, let's go take a look.
So what is the ideal cruising sailboat? Well, there are as many answers to that as there are sailors. For circumnavigators Lynn and Larry Pardee, their ideal boat is a traditional 30-foot cutter with no engine. Steve and Linda Dashew are circumnavigators who advocate ultra-modern 70-foot yachts to be sailed by cruising families. Well, Dee and I fall somewhere in between. Our ideal boat is a 40-foot cutter with a full keel. She has a very sea-kindly motion, excellent range of positive stability, and she can easily be sailed by 2 people. We've chosen an Island Packet 40. For the first half of this video, we'll take a look at the boat and her features, and in the second half, we'll take a look at some of the gear we've added. Of course, selecting a boat is always a compromise. You may like the hull of one boat and the cabin layout of another, and there's always the question of matching the boat to your pocketbook. Most important for us was meeting our basic criteria for a cruising boat. But the next thing we did is what I recommend for everyone. Go visit the factory and see how the boats are really built. Most manufacturers will be happy to give you a tour and answer your questions. As you can see, I'm standing here on the bowsprit. It's a very wide, stable platform. It's a good place to work. The big advantage of a cutter rig is that it allows you a more versatile sail plan. The first thing you'll notice is how wide and clear it is, and that's because the shrouds are all the way outboard, so it makes it very easy to move fore and aft. The legendary sailor Tristan Jones once told me he would never own a white fiberglass sailboat because it was too hard on the eyes. And I certainly like this almond color. It's quite easy in the sun's glare. Here in the main cabin, the first thing you'll notice is how open and roomy everything is. For safety, we need to be concerned about moving around the cabin in heavy weather. There are excellent handholds at the companionway. There's a very nice bar near the galley. For engine access, the Island Packet is nearly unequaled in production sailboats. You have full access to all 4 sides of the engine. For live-aboard cruisers, storage is always a challenge because you carry so much equipment. But of course, selecting the boat is only the start of the process to get ready to go cruising. A used boat may come with much of the gear you need, but a new boat, you'll have the opportunity to customize it exactly the way you want. Our first outfitting decision was to specify we wanted north sails. We took the standard 130% Genoa, a stay sail, but for our main, we upgraded to the full batten mainsail. To simplify sail handling, we added a Harken bat car system and a Dutchman system. If you look at a dozen cruising sailboats and a dozen weekenders, one difference sure to jump out at you is the weight of their ground tackle. The cockpit, of course, is where we spend most of our time, and we wanted one that was both comfortable and secure. For cruisers, your dinghy is really the family station wagon, and you want one that's versatile, easy to launch, and easy to store. One of the last items we found for our boat was an awning. We've seen far too many cruisers who missed some wonderful sightseeing because there was no public transportation. To solve that problem, we carry 2 DeHaan folding mountain bikes. Behind these cushions, we found some unused space and added a placemat shelf. At the nav station, a small teak foot stop helps me stay in the seat when we're heeled over. And to help us reach the bottom of the icebox, we added a folding mast step. One of the last items we'll talk about today is perhaps the most important, and that's safety. Ideally, the jack line should run up against the coach roof like they do here, so you're not likely to step on them. Among the other safety products we have is this Edson Bilge Pump, and it's very easy to stand and pump with this long lever. For medical needs, we carry the medical CPAC, and this is actually just a portion of it. It's quite a large unit, but it has everything you might need for a long offshore passage where medical help is quite a ways away. The final items you'll need for cruising will be plenty of spares. Carry belts, fuses, and filters, and repair kits for pumps, heads, and other failure-prone systems. We hope this video has given you some ideas for improving your existing boat or for outfitting your dream boat. But remember, whether your boat is simple or complex, the most important thing is to get out there cruising.